division bout. All right, here he is, for my money, might be the most well-rounded fighter in this division, a true mixed martial artist at his core, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight.
Everyone talked about him being well-rounded. It's unbelievable to watch a guy that can do everything across the board at such a high level.
Yeah, he's comfortable wherever the fight goes. Maybe he'll grapple tonight, maybe he'll strike. Makes him a hard guy to prepare for. Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed, it was the charisma, it was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's gonna look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Our tail of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. 2 years apart, these two fighters, with some differences in height and a similar reach. We send it inside the octagon, we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 28 wins, 12 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Fontana, California, Bobby King Green. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it fair.
Ready.
All right, here we are back inside Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. And it seems like every time the UFC comes here, something special happens. UFC 192, obviously an epic title fight between you and Alexander Gustafsson. UFC 166, one of the greatest fight cards of all time. Houston's got another one in store tonight.
Yes, tonight you have a chance to make your own history. We saw Melendez versus Sanchez. Me and Gustafsson put on a show there. Velasquez and Dos Santos put on a show there. Will you be remembered like we have at the Toyota Center?
Throws the right hand there. Oh, and there's a land with the kick, so certainly a good sign for him there.
When that's working, you know he's in for a good night. Left hand punch from the clinch.
And just misses with that big right hand. Oh, nice job to block the kick. And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it. Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed.
Nice punch landed.
They continue to exchange. Oh, head kick attempt. It is blocked by Green. And he landed the right hand there.
Big kick land.
Green gets touched by that kick right to the body there. Nicely done by the opponent. Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. Damage done. Green gets caught with that punch. Nice shot to the body there.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, he tagged him with the punch there, DC. That's an educated left hand.
Nice takedown land.
Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Lee. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Working on a guillotine.
Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
He might get a finish here. Oh, looks like he's countering here with maybe a Von Flu. He's got the side mount. And now all of a sudden his opponent's in trouble. May want to bail on that guillotine sooner rather than later. Oh, nice job using his sheer will is really remarkable to watch. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
Back to the feet now.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up? Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. That is a stiff jab. Slips to avoid the right.
Big powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. He loaded up there on that high kick.
15 seconds to go. Man, that cut is only getting worse. Canvas cleanup guy's gonna be busy.
Look at the turtle in that kick.
5 minutes in the books.
Stop.
All right, that horn signifies the end of the round. Let's take us through some replays, champ.
And the replays are gonna be kicks. That's the story of this fight to this point. He is landing these kicks at will, just driving his shin into his opponent's legs, and it's really starting to slow him down.
All right, DC, buckle up. Here we go with our next round. High number of kicks landed in the previous round, and he'll look to keep it going here.
He'll look to keep winning the fight with his kicks. He's throwing high kick, leg kick, body kick. He's even throwing a couple spin kicks in there. This guy is so educated with fighting with his legs.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Green. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Ooh, blocks the shot.
Great punch landed with so much power. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, slips to avoid the right. Nice stiff jab there.
You don't know when that leg kicks coming.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. And they separate.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect.
Real sneaky body kick.
Trying to establish that jab once again. Straight to the body by Green. Just misses there with the left. And they separate. Lands with the right hand. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round 2. He missed with that jab attempt there. Green's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Oh, lands another shot to the body, beautifully placed as he continues to punish his opponent's midsection here in this round.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now. Let's move. Let's recompose.
And a miss with the right hook. Oh, tagged him with that right hand. What a strike that was.
What a strike that he is landing over and over again. His opponent will need to make some adjustments. Good punch land.
Green gets absolutely melted by that head kick.
That knee hurt him.
Oh! Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round 2.
Big kick lands.
Lee gets hit with that stiff jab there. Green more than content to move forward, stay in that pocket. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
Ooh-wee!
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
A little single collar tie there. Punch is blocked.
Beautiful kick.
Watch for that uppercut. He's looking to try to get that uppercut.
How good is that right hand? Oh, do you believe it? Another head kick lands. Got to start raising that guard or this is going to be the end of the fight.
You got to start raising the guard and guiding that head kick down back towards your feet. You cannot take him clean and you cannot take him on one arm.
Jockeying for position in the clinch. Both fighters here trying to get a more dominant position. Just unable to quite find that range. Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time. This guy's making sure nothing lands. Straight punch lands.
Back and forth we go here. Oh, single collar tie here. Seconds winding down in round 2. Lee gets caught by that straight punch there. Oh, and he lands a knee to the body now, DC. Talk to us about that strike.
They suck so bad, especially when you're going forward. You walk full speed to a knee to the body, it could end the night.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, next round is now underway. Previous round, not necessarily a tough act to follow. Pretty good, not great.
Pretty good round, but not the best round. Sometimes that's what you get when you have fighters that are so evenly matched.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
Oh, he just missed on that overhand left. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Nice punch by Green. Got the single collar tie. Slips the punch. Head kick blocked. Just missed with the left there. Green's lower jaw very swollen now. Time to bite down on the mouthpiece and move forward. Lands flush with that right hand. Oh, a huge block there. And potentially a critical takedown here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Green. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. So we have passed the midway point in the fight. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Just over 2 minutes to go. Back to the feet now. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right.
Big leg kick land.
Punch coming, it's blocked.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Single collar tie now.
Punch over the top.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick. Left hand punch from his clinch. Nice leg kick lands. Oh!
Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Lee gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
Nice jab by Green. And they separate.
There's no give on that leg kick.
Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes it stop throwing.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward.
Someone on this cut. Calm down. We knew it was going to be a bloody fight. We knew this, okay?
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's giving his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate what's coming his way.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Back to the leg kick now. That one's no good. Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with a punch there.
Accuracy at its best.
Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace.
Pinpoint accuracy on that kick.
No wind-up, no tell, just a brutal kick.
Well, it didn't take him long to get a good read on his opponent. Another good series of kicks there.
He thought the kicks would be the key tonight, and they sure have been. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Green gets hit by that kick to the midsection. You gotta do better defensively. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land anywhere.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by Lee. Just a slip there. Man, look at the redness now, almost immediately on the right side of his body. Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Looking to set up that head kick again. This one does not find the home.
Big punch land. Ooh.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight.
Went for the inside leg kick. Oh, and he connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those punches. Oh, he hurt him bad with the jab.
Oh, nice job to get the guard up there as the strike is blocked by Green. Pretty good right hand.
Nice body kick right under the elbow.
Connects with a right. Some of the best kicks in the game that you'll see right there. He's able to slip the left there. Green gets caught with that punch. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
And that is a serious cut. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction.
I mean, he's cutting down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Under a minute now to go.
Set up the straight punches now.
Just out of range with that kick attempt. Oh, well done moving the head there to slip that left hand. connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing thus far.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy. Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Oh, nice jab by Green. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Splits the guard, lands the right hand. Oh, and he tags him with the straight, beautifully placed there by Green. All right, single collar tie now.
Great punch.
All right, so a nice shot there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
This is the last round. You're losing this fight.
All right, so let's see how he responds here, DC, after a big round for his opponent, courtesy of those leg kicks.
I mean, he landed so many leg kicks. It's hard to understand how his opponent is not checking any of them. What is he doing in the octagon that is confusing him so much? But until his opponent answers those questions, it is not on him to change anything. Continue to throw those kicks.
Oh, here comes the kick. That one blocked by Green.
Beautiful punch. Real quick leg kick. Beautiful body kick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Nice leg kick.
Put your hands up higher. Come on.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Switching stances here. Lee gets hit with that hook. He's got to be careful here. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Good stick.
The overhand left is true.
I am starting to lose track of how many punches this guy has landed to the head of his opponent.
Get in and attack that leg hard.
Look at the angle of that nice body kick.
Green's got a pretty deep bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. His opponent has done a lot of work in that region tonight.
Nice.
Very nice leg kick there by Lee.
Come on, buddy. Keep your hands up. Let's go.
Beautifully timed and placed kick there by Green. Oh, huge kick. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Green gets hit by that kick to the body.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
So under 3 minutes to go here in the fight. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
Green gets hit with a kick. This fight's gonna be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Checks that leg kick. Oh, he continues to attack that bloody cheek. His face is a mess. Green gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. All right, under 2 minutes now to decide this one. Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
Nice strike. Oh! Houston, serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, significant strike attempt there. Goes to the spinning kick, but he misses. All right, lands a kick there, pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick.
Oh, straight right.
He is throwing a fast, straight, hard jab. That's not a feeler jab. That's one that's really knocking the head back.
Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight. Oh! Delivered the diving punch to the head.
Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Lee's trying for a Kimura here. And this might just be a matter of time. What a fight! All right, it looks like the official decision is in. Yes, here's Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Well, he did not